good morning and welcome to the Big Story on Daybreak Live Extra, right here on Dominion Television, Ibadan. Today we turn our spotlight on a force that continues to redefine national progress and inspire a new wave of civic consciousness, the power of youth movements in nation building. And joining us to explore this important conversation is Oluwatobiloba Olatoye, the national captain of Light Vision Global, LVG, and also Amos Gabriel, one of the captains of LVG, joining us on the show this morning. LVG is an organization known for its commitment to youth development, leadership cultivation, and transformational community engagement. From the streets to social platforms and from advocacy network to innovation-driven initiatives, young people are shaping the policies, values, and vision that drive national development. Now, let's dive into how these movements are transforming societies and repositioning nations for a better future. Over time, youth involvement in nation building has shifted from passive participation to active leadership through organizations like Light Vision Global, LVG, represented today by its national captain, Oluwatobiloba Olatoye, of course, also Amos Gabriel. We see young people initiating change, driving advocacy, and influencing public discourse in meaningful ways. Across Nigeria, youth-led platforms have championed accountability, governance reform, social justice, and sustainable development. Around the world, young people are at the forefront of movements for climate action, gender equality, political reform, and technological innovation. These movements are not accidental. They are strategic, organized, and deeply rooted in the desire for a more equitable society. Today's edition of The Big Story examines what gives youth movements their staying power, how technology amplifies their influence, the role of organizations like LVG play in shaping responsible young leaders, and how nations can harness youthful potential for lasting development. One thing remains undeniable: no nation can truly move forward without listening to, investing in, and empowering its youth. Thank you for joining us on today's edition of The Big Story. Samson Balogun is my name. I have with me in the studio my able guest this morning. Good to have you on the show.
Good to have you too. Thank you so much.
All right, there's a lot to talk about on this show this morning. Yeah. But first of all, let's talk about LVG. What is LVG, and what are the modus operandi driving the group?
Okay, LVG is an online community for youth and young adults and everyone young at heart. It is aimed at promoting the image of Jesus Christ across all platforms in every spheres of life. You know, just as the book of Matthew 4:16 said, let your light shine before men. You know, so we are promoting, we are projecting our image before men as the lights of the world that we are. So that's what LVG is all about. We are the light of the world.
Okay, so Amos, let me ask you this question very quickly. In your view, what makes youth movements such as powerful forces like yours in shaping national conversations and driving reforms today in the country?
Okay, thank you very much for having us. One thing I've understood so far when it comes to transformation of any nation, the part in which the youth are playing is very key and pivotal, because we believe there are so many narratives that ought to have been changed. And with the help of the youth, understanding the real cause of humanity, then we'll be able to channel our energy, you know, in making things get better, asking the right questions from our leaders, and with that, we believe there's going to be a transformation in our country.
Okay, Oluwatobiloba, let's talk about what your organization is doing to make sure that we have seen situations where we have seen some NGOs reform, especially when you look at the population of youth in the country. I mean, no nation will joke with the population of youth across the world. Yes. But as it stands, even stats shows in Nigeria that youth takes, you know, the huge chunk of the percentage of us in Nigeria as we speak. So if you look at the percentage and the current narrative in the country, how far behind do you think we are?
You mean the youth?
The youth, and of course, in terms of what is expected of the youth across the world?
Oh, well, I think we are doing well, honestly. I think the youth has changed the trajectory of things nowadays, Unlike, there's some narratives we agree with, we just move with in the past. But now youth are changing the status quo. It is no longer business as usual. So, there's some things you take as a millennial or a Gen Alpha, but now you can't give that kind of thing to the Gen Zs, the millennials right now. They would question it. They would not want to know why this is happening. And this has actually been like a change, a good change for us as individuals, because many people are now confident in themselves. They can now show themselves, they can now show people what they can do, and they believe more in themselves. So if as individuals we believe more in ourselves, it will literally reflect on the society as a whole, and that is one of the things we are doing at Light Vision Global. One of our programs at Light Vision Global is Bible Life Coaching Hangout. Therein our convener, Dr. Bright Winner, and our co-convener, Dr. Favor Winner, actually talked to us about practical ways by which we could actually influence and change our environment. So it's like using lessons from the Bible, breaking it down to real life scenarios and telling you, in this situation, this is what you're supposed to. So these and many more, people are learning, members are learning, even non-members join us, they are learning, and with that we are effecting change in our environment. And that's not that. We also have physical programs where we actually meet with singles, the married, every other person, business people. Last year we had like a business pitch competition.
Always like networking.
Yes, networking, collaboration, where we actually, sponsor some business owners, SMEs. So these are some of the things we are doing to make sure that youth have a say and their voices are being heard.
Okay, very quickly, Amos, I want to ask you this question. One of the problems we are faced as a country is transitioning from one space to another. So when it comes to the issue of transitioning, how do you think people can effectively transition from awareness campaigns, just like you've been doing it, to actually making it a policy influence and leadership roles, taking up leadership roles too?
Okay, I think that boils down to everybody taking up the mantle, especially the youth. I'm going to be centering whatever I'm talking about on the youth because it's very, very important. The baton is with us now. If you don't pass it well, then transitioning from old narratives to new, but like I said, boils down to every one of us understanding what humanity is all about.
Understanding the assignment.
The assignment. Once you understand the assignment, now, how do we go about it in a godly, I'm going to use the word godly because of our movement, Light Vision Global, we so much, our core anchor scripture is from Matthew 5:14 to 16. We are the light of the world, and everywhere we go, we intend to shine our light so bright that people will see when they see us. The first thing that should come to people's mind is Jesus Christ. Okay, that means in everything we are doing, aside from the Father, I'm going to preach the word to you. In my talk, in the way I relate, in the way I do my due diligence at work, it should show that, no, this person belongs to God. And from that, we know these are the biblical principles of doing things. Then from there, we'll be able to change. You asked a question earlier, sorry to say, you were asking how prepared are we in terms of youth movement and all. And the bitter truth is that even the problem we could say we are having in this country, if you look at it holistically, it still boils down to the youth. There are some youth movements that are not even supporting the transformation we are asking for. But we believe with our movement and some other movement like this, you'll be able to preach the right words to the people. Then everybody see the light of what ought to be done. Then from there, we see how we can come together as a family, then change from old narratives to new ones, and get better as a nation.
Right, Oluwatobiloba, you once spoke about programs, initiatives by LVG,
yes,
to make sure that things are done the right way. And how do you conceive these ideas? What were the things you consider when you are bringing in some of these programs and initiatives to the fore? do you currently do a form of an holistic approach to what exactly is going on in the society, and then let's do something to tackle this menace, and then make sure we tame it before it goes out of hand?
Yeah, thank you so much for that. I'd like to use this opportunity to thank our conveners, Dr. Bright Winner and Dr. Favor Winner. Thank you so much, sir, for yielding and accepting this call. Ever since Light Vision Global came to fore in November 2023, November 4, 2023, we've been having lots of programs. We've been having programs targeted at singles. We've been having programs targeted at business owners, MSMEs. We've been having programs targeted at school children and even adults. You know, we give school bags, school supplies, foodstuffs to children. We've done that in 3 locations right now since our inception in November 4, 2023. And we also have like a conference, annual conference every December, you know. So at the end of the year, we come together, the captains especially. Now, LVG run a team organization, a team-based model, whereby we operate on a one-on-one basis. We do not just bring people together and, you know, operate with them as a whole. We make sure that we are put in clusters, so that we get to know everyone on a personal basis. So this is what LVG is doing. We have captains. We have like 15 captains in Light Vision Global. Every member of Light Vision Global is under a captain. So this captain actually spearhead, they talk to their members, we get to know their issue, and we plan programs in regard to that. So we have our members cut across Nigeria, the US, Uganda, the Europe, and if across it's a global movement actually. So we have members across almost everywhere, and we plan to have more members, you know, across Nigeria and even outside Nigeria by the grace of God. So right now, when we sit down every year end, especially the captains and the conveners, to discuss what the plans for the next year, we look at how to help our members. We look at how to shine the light of Jesus Christ in us to the whole world. Look at this year, February 2024, this year, we had an inter-church football competition. It was massive. It was really massive. We had like a 3-week-long football competition. Our conveners had to come from the US down to Nigeria to witness this, for the grand finale. And the churches that were represented, we had like 16 teams, 16 churches competing. Everyone was pleased. Everyone gave kudos to what we've done and what we've been doing. And members wants to join us to say, oh, you guys are doing great. And let me tell you, this movement or this community is sponsored by the help of God. We've not started having outside sponsorships. So it's just by the grace of God that we are where we are right now. So for next year, 2026, we already have like a lineup of activities, you know, to project this community. We have, again, single summit. Then we have an empowerment scheme for all members as well as business owners, right? And we also have a lot of other things that we are planning to do. So it's like a way to actually, then not to forget our spiritual moment. We pray every Mondays and Wednesdays. This is like to make our members grow spiritually. So as we're taking care of their physical needs, we're also making sure that the spiritual growth
It's also taken care of.
It's also being taken care of. So we pray every Mondays and Wednesday, 8:30 to 9 p.m. And we also have like this Bible Life Coaching Angle that I mentioned earlier, every 2 Saturdays. That is 2 Saturdays in a month, 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. So all these online. So, but these physical programs are just like one in 3 months. So that means to tell you that out of 12 months, we're having 4 physical programs. You know how tasking, how that can be, how impressive that can be, and the results we'll be getting from there. So that's why I think LVG is doing a lot to make sure that we grow, every member grow, every member, you know, grow spiritually, physically, emotional, and even, We have people that are, in the relationships among us, single summits, helping singles to navigate the world of the married and marriage and everything. So I think it's an all-encompassing community, and I think everyone should be proud to be a part of. And I think we are proud to be a member of Light Vision
Definitely,
Global.
yeah.
Okay, Amos, let me ask you this question. What does it take and how difficult has it been to run and sustain a community of this magnitude?
Okay, it's been the grace of God so far.
Yeah.
Just like our national captain has said, because this is God's mandate, we find it easy to do. Yes, because it is God's mandate, and thank God for our conveners. Anytime we have programs like that, we have some analysts among us that they go out, look at the immediate need of the environment, then how can we provide solution to it? Once you're able to do that, then we structure a work plan. Then each captain is assigned to, oh, you have to do this, you have to do this, you have to do this. And because we understood, nobody is being paid. It's only God that is paying us, and we are happy doing this. But because we understand the mandate before us, once we have a program like that, everybody go about doing their own quota in order to have a structured plan at the end of it. And God has been helping us for the past 2 years. We've done series of programs, and we are looking forward to 2026 for more programs we have to do. So it's been fun so far.
Okay, let me ask you this question, Oluwatoloba. How has technology shaped modern youth movements in the country?
Oh, well.
And how well are you putting that to good use? Because I know you are leveraging so much on technology.
Yes, we have. And technology has done a lot. It's a 50-50 thing. A coin, it has a front, it has a head, and it has a tail. So it has helped us. Technology has even changed that trajectory of the job, the labor industry in our country. Nowadays, youth do not rely on white-collar jobs. No, they rely more on digital jobs. If you take 10 youths, you see, give or take 5, saying, oh, I work remotely, or I'm into tech, or so it has actually changed the trajectory. So people you cannot just tell someone, oh, you cannot do this, because they know where their daily bread is coming from, right? So it has helped the labor industry. It has helped every industry, every sector of our economy, and it has really shaping us as a whole to be confident, like I said earlier, and also to believe more in ourselves. Then I think it has helped a lot of people to even change their lives, because we've heard stories on the on social media where people come online, they project what they do. It gives access to say, this is my skill, this is my creativity, this is what I love to do. Everybody sees it, people appreciate it, and they reward you, quote unquote reward. They are giving you gifts. So it has changed a lot of things. And at the same time, there is no way you can see a lot of good without seeing the otherwise. So I think we can just pray and hope that things continue to get better and not get worse with the use of a technology. As for Light Vision Global, it has helped us indeed. I said online community. I'll be able to have members in the US, Uganda, in the Europe, without Light Vision, without technology. It's the use of technology. We can come together as a whole. We meet on WhatsApp, we meet on Zoom, we meet on Google Meet to talk, to have the interactions every Monday, every Wednesday, every 2 Saturdays. So it has helped us tremendously. And when we have our programs too, we live stream across. So people in the US, every part of the world, they get to join, they get to be a part of it. So it has helped us indeed.
Okay, Amos, let's talk about collaborations, sponsorships. What can institutions, private individuals do to support youth-themed movements like LVG?
Okay, while we were growing up in this nation, we've seen, when I was in secondary school, there used to be a mathematics competition across all secondary school, right? That we have private organizations to sponsor. Yes, but as time goes on, we discover that the real core things are not being sponsored. You know, we change the gaze from the real core thing that could transform the nation to other things. But movement like LVG, if there is a collaboration, it will help us to, you know, reach more grants. Just like our national captain said, we've been able to reach out to, by statistics, over 300 or more students, yes, giving them school bags and all. Now, imagine if you have collaborations from other organizations that we could do this. There are so many students out there. There are so many people out there who just need just a Congo of rice.
Yes.
And with that, you'll be able to, you know, preach the word to them, tell them, give them a hope that, oh, this, and this, if you trust God, the more things can get better. So if you have more people coming together, it's not even for LVG alone, for other organizations who are making impact in the society. If you have people come together and we are not pushing the wrong narratives, yes, because I believe in Nigeria, I think we are doing more narrative pushing compared to us putting our money into what is going to really transform the nation. So if you have organizations who believe in humanity, then come together, go to all these rural areas, preach to them, give them food reliefs and all, we believe it can only get better.
All right, Oluwatobiloba, as the national captain of LVG, what's your personal goal for the movement in the next 5 to 10 years?
Next 5 to 10 years. To the glory of God, we are 2 years now, and we have a long-term goal. And one of our long-term goal is to have presence in at least 10 countries.
Okay. As of now, you are in how many countries?
We're in three countries.
Okay.
Yes, 3 countries. Nigeria,
Uganda,
and Europe.
Okay.
and US.
Then US, 4
Yeah, that
countries,
makes sense.
four countries. So we're in 4 countries right now. So at least in the 5-10 years, we want to have spread our tentacles to 10 countries. So personally, you know, reach out to friends, reach out to people that are not in Nigeria to say, oh, there's a movement. So that's why we have our social media page talking about everything we've done. We enjoy our members to, you know, spread the word, let people know what LVG is all about. People want to join movements like this to show that, oh, volunteering, this is what I do as a volunteer, and also this is my quota to social impact and environmental growth and human growth as well. So personally, I work with my friends, my members. I send out invitations to people to say, come and join LVG. Then we think of ways to actually make members feel comfortable, because when a member is comfortable, when a member is happy, they want to tell people to. It's like is it Nicodemus right now that says, oh, that told his friends Philip, was it Nicodemus right? That told his friends Philip to say, come and see what I am enjoying. So we want people to say, I'm enjoying this. I want my friends to come and see. Yes, to come and see what I'm enjoying.
Okay, very quickly, you have an event coming up 13th of December.
Yay!
So what's it about?
Okay, we have a second annual conference and the dinner happening on the 13th of December. That's next Saturday. You are invited. Everyone is invited, and it's all about celebrating us. Okay. Like I said, we clocked to November 4.
November 4.
So it's all about celebrating us and charting the way forward to the next year. So we're going to be having speakers. We're going to be having 3 prolific speakers, and the topic is discovering and deploying your God-given potential. So we're going to be having panel talk. We're going to be having speakers, and that's not all. It's a 2-in-1 event. We're going to be having a party at the end. So it's a dinner and a party at the end. We had one last year. A conveners came in from the US again, you know, to be a part of it. And we'll be having another one this year on the 13th. Can I mention the venue?
Of course.
Okay, at the International Conference Center, UI 2nd Gate by 11 a.m. So we have a registration link that everyone has to register. Please check our social media platforms: Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, TikTok at Light Vision Global. Go there and please register. We want you to be a part of it. We love you to be a part of it. You're going to enjoy it. There you will see everything we have done. We are going to be showing footages of our programs for the year. Everyone is going to see what we've been up to the previous year and where we plan to go next year. So it's going to be amazing. It's going to be fun.
What are your social media handles?
Instagram at Light Vision Global, Facebook Light Vision Global, TikTok Light Vision Global, X LVG Socials, what else? YouTube Light Vision Global.
All right. You said here that dress code is cultural.
Overdress.
Because today is Friday, so they
Yes,
have to look.
overdress. Don't say, oh, I want to look, no, that's overdress, because we are going to be having gifts for best dress.
Okay.
So best dress male, best dress female are going to be going on with gifts. And LVG, we don't play small.
All right, so thank you, Oluwatobi.
Thank you so much for your time. Thank you so much for inviting us.
Also, Amos Gabriel for joining us.
Thank you very much for having us.
It has been an eye-opening session with you, and we do hope that we'll be able to bring you back on the show.
Oh, we'll be excited to be here again.
All right, so thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
And that's where we wrap up today's conversation on The Big Story. The power of youth movement lies not only in their numbers, but in their innovation, resilience, and determination to build a nation that works for everyone. A special appreciation to our guest this morning, Oluwatobi Olatoye, the national captain of Light Vision Global, and Amos Gabriel, who is also a captain at Light Vision Global, for sharing their insights on how youth-led initiatives continue to shape Nigeria's development landscape. As a country, the challenge before us is clear: to create systems that support youth leadership, encourage civic participations, and translate youthful energy into sustainable national progress. Samson Balogun is my name, saying thank you for staying tuned on Daybreak Live Extra on Dominion Television, Ibadan. Stay informed, stay inspired, and keep believing in the power of young people to build the nation we all desire. Let's go on a quick break, and when we return, the show continues. We'll be back.